It's a big one. Sonic, Magisk against the old teammate. Snappy, Madden, some bias against the old teammate. Rivalries everywhere. And Ence was birthed inside this arena. A household name, they became inside this arena. And another chance here with the Polish lineup to make their name known.
And we're kicking this show off on Mirage, a quarterfinal for history.
On Ence, some of them haven't seen these stages before. Goofy and Kyler, they haven't been in this environment before. Dia's gonna be pushed up towards ramp. Glaive gonna be smoked off, and right out of spawn, Falcons calling for the A execute.
And it's Glaive first up. Diha inside the ramp, waiting to go. The Jewel run is rattling away, but he's down first. Snappy's headshot, Boris's follow-up. And this is good for Falcons so far. They're into a CT spawn. It's a clean, decisive pistol. But Ence begin to bite back. It's Hades. And he's got a bone to pick tonight. He's got Boris out of that. Hades falls, Magisk follows up, and the experience seems to be coming out on top at the moment. Kyler locked out in a 1v4.
Yeah, this is a rough pistol round for Ence. They're going to be knocked out immediately. A good execution from Falcons and not enough production. But as you said, settling nerves, getting used to this environment. So much of the focus, so much of the workload feels like Glaive's shoulders, that experience IGL. Getting these guys to just relax, get comfortable in this stage, in this crowd. And Kyler tapping away, can't connect. That's pistol round secured by Falcons.
And this man behind them is not going to be feeling any nerves in this moment. Zonic's been up here so many times.
And despite the fact that both teams come into this as new rosters, new teams, a little bit shaky, you have to imagine Falcons are going to have another gear that they know how to get to. There's Madden shutting down an early push, double kill, and a 5-on-3.
And Ence have gone for this force buy. They want to get into it as early as possible.
Hades inside the A bomb site with the scout. First chance, tags up Snappy. Little bit of information passed over. That one is straight to the dome.
Nice shot back from Hades.
And a great read. Immediate shift to the B bomb site. They see him trying to storm up catwalk with presence at A. They know B bomb site's going to be under pressure.
And Diha's got back into position early on with the Deagle behind the bench. We know what Diha can do with that Deagle up against his former teammates tonight, and this time he is taken out. Madden finds him behind that bench with no issue, and Goofy is left alone on the other side of the map.
Yep, all about saving that MP9. So early going, Falcons going to get a leg up, and the next round should be much easier. And this is where it gets to calm down. This is where you get to have a little bit more of a conversation. First time Falcons have all the weapons that they'd like. Excuse me, Ence has all the weapons they'd like.
Jason Hades cracks right open Magisk, and that's going to be Ence opening up with the first kill. And not only that, but they've done damage to Boros, who's down to 8 points. So he'll back away. Mid is given on over to the CTs temporarily, and Snappy's the only player still sticking around to fight and force those players back into short.
Oh, Hades is going to be so important for this team. Unfortunately, goes down to Madden challenging at the B bomb site.
Oh.
Goofy can't win it either. And if Madden's going to make these plays all game long, your defense is going to be under a lot of pressure.
And here comes Boros late into this round through short. He's looking to join up with Madden that's already created that space and brought the pressure, but Madden is stepping up. A 7-1 start here on the Spodek stage. And his teammates, well, they're with him. And they've got the advantage in front of them. Madden now has the AWP in hand. With low health, he's into the market. And this time it's a missed shot. Madden misses for the first moment, and Diha and Glaive will retreat. It has to be the safe call here for Ence.
Yeah, that AWP in that position, there's no chance. What a round from Madden, just bullying that B bomb site, stepping through the halls. Couple very nice kills with the Galil. And that'll be something Ence has to contend with.
Oh, and that's unfortunate for Hades, who opened up the round so well. Just didn't get into the right position at the right time.
Bit of a hole early on for Ence. We'll see if it can deliver again. This time, Ence is going to get aggressive and push middle. Sunpius kind of loves it. He kind of wants it.
Definitely wants an opportunity here, and he's got it. Goofy crosses behind that smoke, and Sunpius locks it in. So opening kill, Falcons have it, and Magisk looks to follow it up. Pushing out of Palace, Molotov under the wood to clear it. They look composed at the moment, Falcons. They look so composed. And Ence have to try and disrupt that. Glaive with a signature play with mid-aggression, going for the swing, getting back into connector. Glaive trying to battle, and Diha comes to defend him. Now the first push out through the ramp is coming in, this time from Snappy, who's got himself in towards the sandwich. Magisk playing in Palace with him. As Ence have gathered around the corner, this is their best chance to win a round yet. And they've even got utility to push back that Palace play.
Do they know about Snappy?
That's no idea.
That's the next one. Shadow shows. Snappy looks up. Oh, what a transfer down. Snappy can't do anything more, but he's opened up an opportunity for Sunpius.
Yeah, 2v2 established off the back of that kill from Sunpius. I'm sure Glaive would have absolutely thought he had that kill locked in, but Snappy steps up, and now Sunpius dives out of Palace, sees that the site is clear. Well, fake plant to try and draw a push from those Ence players, and Hades, he's going for it. Nades open, that smoke, missed shot, goes down to Magisk. He's got to land those, he's got to hit those in this situation. And now it's Diha up against his ex-teammates. He's got that first kill through the smoke. Sunpius is down, but Magisk takes him out through the smoke.
Hard fought round, but what a kill from Snappy over in Cubby. Just holding his nerve, one kill down, and they have to peek for information. They don't know what's coming. They don't know how committed Falcons are, and that's perfect opportunity for Sunpius.
Once again, Madden is the player over there getting control of the apartments.
There's so much pressure in mid though that Glaive doesn't feel comfortable rotating quite yet. Hades is going to back up into it. Lost focus, taken down, a little bit of disorganization in the defense, and this B bomb site is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Goofy playing from the van gets absolutely brutalized by the utility. Glaive swings out, but that risky play does not pay off. And at this moment, Falcons in full control. And just shaking at this point. Goofy's got to step up. That's his first kill of this map so far. Diha comes to help him. And a 2v3 established off the back of it. Goofy's got to know that Boris jumped out that window, and Goofy's having a big moment. Boris is coming back over to look to the apartments, and that's where the last two Ence players currently occupy. Boris sees the back, couldn't seize the chance. And now just holds for his moment yet again, but the timing as he looks away, this fight is awkward. This fight is prolonged, and is indicating factor that he doesn't know both players are there. He checked back to the market, and now he's focusing on this. Ence have got their first round, and it's Goofy that gets them it. He steps up massively in the B bomb site from 0 to 4 kills in 1 round.
That's almost an impossible situation. Goofy is equal parts plays that well and just gets extremely lucky. For the majority of that, he can just hide and smoke and pray, biding his time. But when he gets those moments, he delivers.
Goofy gets them off the goose egg. Now they've got to build on this. He's given them the chance. He's given them the opening with a miraculous B hold. A position that is so often overlooked. One of the most difficult, thankless roles. And now Hades starts off the next with an opener that he connects.
They have to build on this. It's must-win round for Ence. You have to string two together here.
Hades, eyes on Palace, changes his position up.
Look at Madden. Madden's already at the top of A ramp. He's already challenging in towards Skylar with a peek, and he's eventually got the kill.
That's the noisy dismount coming in from Madden off Tetris. Couldn't stack them up quick enough, and Kylar swings out from underwood. So Ence up 2 players. They seem to have shaken off a few of those nerves, but Sunpius comes back to claim the life of Diha.
Yeah, that's an easy one to get back. A little bit of aggression from Diha and Goofy. And here's the disaster. Not only is it 2 kills, but it's opened up the entire B bomb site. That is all the defenders. And now Ence is going to have to spread across the map. They're going to have to close that gap, but they don't quite know where the commitment's coming. Still nervous about middle, but all their resources are in the wrong place.
It's going to take some time still for Falcons to get to that bomb site, so maybe Glaive can find himself in an impactful position.
Timing on this is spectacular for Glaive.
It absolutely is. This maneuver could eradicate this round for Falcons. As Glaive gets in behind them, good night Magisk, and Sunpius sprints. He now knows he's alone in this one.
But he's got time with the ult. He's got time to get this bomb plant and be in position to pick off those rotations.
And he's unfazed by the big moment. He's unfazed by the stage.
Glaive's going for a reposition, or he's coming back.
Puts that bomb down, locks it in inside of the site, now detected. Searches for Hades, who he replaced so long ago. He's got the scope ready, waiting for that swing, but Hades, he eventually goes around and Sunpius connects it. Now looking for a follow-up, but he's being pushed from 2 sides and they overrun him. The Spanish Alper is no more, and Ence do find their 2nd in a row. He comes out, he's on the bottom level of those stairs, and Sunpius goes for the peek, but it's a missed shot, and it's chaos as players are peeking with nades in hand. But no kill yet for Glaive. He knows they're getting closer. He knows he's got a fight in front of him, but the Danish in-game leader cannot hold. Madden breaks through him.
What a tight angle for Madden. That extended
Gonna flank.
Oh, Goofy's here already. Double dink. Do they realize it? Sunpius turns, but it doesn't matter. Goofy's arrived. arrived to the big stage.
He really has some of the most impactful moments so far down. And Diha dances with death. Goofy took a while to get into this. He took a moment to get comfortable with that big round in the B bomb site, and he has the confidence to flank. He has the confidence to wrap around the back. And Diha with a lovely lineup.
Yeah, we take that one.
Oh, this could be absolutely devastating for Ence if they're not in the position to deal with this play up towards them. Hades has to strike. He does, but it's an instant peek. Not ready for Madden to be so close already. Falcons have significant control of this A-bomb site. It's got to be a retake.
And Dia's so low, he's got to work up some courage to get aggressive. He can't stop the plant whatsoever. It's Sunpius close up. He wants a challenge. There it is. There's the kill on Dia.
It's a good shot. He'll drop back, looking out towards the connector. No love lost for Sunpius. He doesn't care. He gets a kill on CT, flicks back to the connector, and now it's Falcons up a player in this post plant. And Ence aren't getting closer. Eventually, they use their final pieces of utility. It's Kylor and Goofy, two of the most inexperienced players that will be in the playoffs, and they realize they can't win this one. They've got to back away. They've got to get out of there. And Falcons will move through to 8 rounds as we head into the last round of this half. Nice steal away at the end for Goofy, and he'll get that up for Hades.
That's actually massive. They don't have a whole lot of money. That up has been an instrumental tool. That round, Falcons neutralize it, not with utility, but just a solid trade game. This A-bomb site has been a weakness this entire half, and they're coming through the molly again. This time, Glade is blind. And once again, free bomb site set up for the retake, boys.
And Madden gets to the back of triple. In fact, he continues his push. He gets in towards CT, and he could be the devastating factor here. Pushing forward to Falcons' 9th round, but it's a big shot from Glaive. Ence looking to stay in this half and get 4 out of it. But it's still so difficult. That shot will help. Big kill from Kylor.
But there's a trade each and every time. Each and every time the kill comes out for Ence. This time Hades has got it, and he's got it clean. Kylor adds in.
And just Magic's left towards the ramp. He'll hold his position. Inside of the peak, it's a big one on Kylor. That deep juice being stuck, and Hades will bring him down. Ence make a half of it. They come back in, and this matchup is still up for debate. Positions taken as Falcons running their T-side pistol. Diha's about to have a fight in Palace up against his former Aubrey. He's got eyes on him, but the timing as he steps on back. Sunpius looking to swing around that pillar. And it's such an awkward fight all the meantime. It's Ence making their way through the ramp. They're getting into this bomb site, and Diha's just keeping them distracted, but the fight is going down in jungle. A couple of kills from Madden. And Ence this time, they've fallen apart on the T side. It's a big hole from Falcons. It's completely different than what we've seen in that first half, and that's 9-4, cleaned up.
You said Dia is keeping Sunpius distracted. I think it's the other way around. Sunpius holding Dia out from being involved in that hit whatsoever.
Falcons have picked him to Mirage. This is their decision to take the battle to here. And so far, it has been very good for them. It gets even better for Sunpius. He mows them down at Palace, finally brought down by that Glock. Took a little bit more pepper than he would have liked, but eventually Hades takes it. And a big headshot on the P250. He'll not be bad to a couple of kills there.
That's a fantastic triple kill for Sunpius, not least of which it means he gets the AWP in this next round if he wants it. This first gun round, 6,200.
Smoke out to window instantly. Boris looks to fight early on. He'll spam a full magazine down to top mid because he knows he's got his teammate Madden there with him. He's trying to provide support, and Madden is making a mess of them top mid. Good trade back from Hades. Needed that one to go their way.
Yeah, but nobody could swing out on the initial contact from Goofy, so that's a brilliant double kill from Madden. He got them started in the first half in the first few rounds. He's done it again here.
Timing for Boros just at that window smoke. He sensed a chance. He nearly walks away with another kill for the Falcons, but that missed opportunity keeps Ence in this round. Probably until this point, though, because that kill for Magisk has really made this T-side round now very difficult.
They've denied everything Ence have wanted to do with the initial salvo of utility, and now there's really nothing left, just flashbangs. It's going to be clear lines of sight. There's no smokes to block anything off, so a massive challenge, and all of Falcons is going to be here immediately. 3 players going to come through market.
Kylor just at the window. He knows the snap. He's down below him, and he'll take that headshot, but involving himself in that fight has brought him down to low HP, and he's cleaned up by Sunpius. 11-4 now for Falcons. just looks so composed.
I mean, so much of this has been built up. The experience of individual players on Falcons versus the inexperience of Ence players. And if you look at Falcons, who's performing well? It's Magisk, who's got 4 majors, who's been having a pro career forever at the top. Number 17 best player.
And sprinting towards the bomb site, trying to allow that plant to come in. Utility disrupts the smokes. Boros looking for a kill through them. Still, Ence have got no closer to putting that bomb down until this point. Wave punching those digits through, but it's denied. Boros lands those shots right through the smoke, and Madden's got the death sentence. He's got the knockout blow here. He's inside the ramp, making that flank, and it's a double lineup. Pulls out the pistol, and Hades brings him out of the round. It's got to be a miraculous clutch here for Hades. He's got a second headshot, but that swing from CT was too quick to handle.
And all smiles from Zonic as his team is in perfect position to close out this first map. They're going to have 8 opportunities to do it with a 12-4 lead.
Everything you could want, the AWP, the M4s. And for Ence, the full purchase as they give their last stand here on map 1 of this quarterfinal. It's a good start. Goofy and Hades come in with a couple. And Hades will sprint on into that B bomb side. He realizes he's got a chance with a missed shot. He's not able to connect it onto Madden. And that could be a problem here, because if you let this man stay alive in this kind of form, 17-9, well, he could break you apart. That smoke play is perfect, though. And Hades gets rid of him.
They needed that. They needed Hades to step up and hold down the fort because the bomb was dropped way back towards T-spawn. So he had to be a force to be reckoned with and not allow Falcons to get a foothold in before the bomb was brought over.
So Pius links back into Palace just to save that all, but here's Hades taking matters into his own hands. It's a good shot up on that jumping player of Snappy, and then this play, it works out perfectly.
He just barely spotted him as well.
That's actually incredible, one from his POV.
Yeah, Madden,
a whole lot.
Madden was almost into safety, and that could have been an absolute nightmare.
Early utility set up in mid. Madden going for that common peek over the top window smoke.
And just getting advantage, blowing a little gap in the smoke with the ammunition, with the bullets, and finding absolutely nothing. So be able to call out to his team that no one is streaming out top mid. DL wants that duel, but it comes from a different location. Boros shuts him down emphatically.
Yeah, and Falcons are now one step closer to closing out this first map. Moments away from silencing Ence in their opening map of the quarterfinals.
They're gonna lean on Hades again.
Nice shot, he's down. Madden locks that kill through. Glaive is trying to come through Palace, and they tried to lean on a couple of these players, but none of them strong enough at this moment in time. So Pius peers back into the apartments. It's Kylo's to create a bit of space, but the problem here is the bomb is all the way at top middle, so Goofy must stand tall, and he only manages one. 55 seconds left. Falcons will soon find that bomb as Boros moves deeper and deeper around the corner, putting Kylar into a 1v3 that just seems impossible at the 45-second mark of this round.
Yeah, Snappy just spotted it. He'd have to hurry up. He's checking every single corner. This one needs to be clean. Wrong way he's looking, and Boros is going to end it. That's Mirage. First map goes to Falcons. Ence. A disappointing start to these quarterfinals for them in front of the home crowd. But they have to have a conversation and settle down with the energy in the room and bring it back on map 2. Everyone headed to the B bomb site, and that's a quick smoke. This is going to be fast-paced.
And not a single player buying anything other than Kevlar here for Falcons. They are confident in this pistol, and it's a good headshot. It's Kylar gone. That's the first opening here for Falcons. They have been dominant on pistol rounds all day long, and it doesn't look like that story's going to change. Every headshot, not a chance for Ence.
Man, that looks entirely like Falcons knew what they were going to do the whole time. A double push in towards short, a boost up as well. That pistol round gets obliterated.
You really wanted to see a pistol round win for Ence if they are to get that energy flowing through them coming into a mental reset, but to come back in and just get clotheslined yet again, it's got to be so tough to swallow, and there's no bomb plant. They didn't get close, so has to be the full eco or a weak force buy into the next round. And a commitment now started that B-bomb site, utility flying on in. It's going to be a quick call for Ence, and it's worked out early. Boros is removed. Snappy's turned to step up with the SMG, and he's so often so good with that weapon, and he gets 2 out of it. Again, though, it's Madden looking to unravel it again. He is their absolute nightmare. Today, Madden is not missing, and he's climbing over the top of Goofy. One quick kill as that MAC-10 rattles into the belly, and he'll move closer. He knows he's got time as well, plenty of time, in fact, here for Goofy, and Magic brings him down.
Goofy's trying to get close up for the Tech 9 to be effective against that SMG, and Magis just isn't going to give him the space to work with. Constant peaks. Scout's been spotted on the map, though, so Magis is going to call that out. This is a buy round. And now they're going to set up defense. They're going to bring a third player over. Smoke is going to delay things as well. No pressure at the B bomb site. Full control of short. And that's a nice double swing. Entry for Glaive, but they need more.
Yeah, they need a lot more where that came from. And oh, it's awkward for Glaive, but at least they've done some damage to Madden on the defense. Supply is placed behind the truck, but here's Snappy yet again in behind him. And Goofy topples on the flank. 50 seconds left. There's still time to stay composed, but the problem is Falcons' CT side has sandwiched these Ence players into this position, and Sampayas gets hungry for information. He moves around that corner, and now Boros is the second player up through Con, and Diha is looking forward. Big dig from Diha. And that gives Ence the player up in this round, and a few steps away from confirming it in the final 30 seconds. Hades goes around this corner. Oh, he needed that one instant, but it doesn't happen. Madden's dropped to 1 health. Will that come back to bite them? It won't. Ence's first buy pays off, and they look to try and get into this first half.
Now you get a bit of the reward side of things. Ence getting started way earlier than Mirage, and it's Team Falcons whose economy is in a rough situation. They'll force buy as well.
And Ence are looking to transition their focus instead towards the bathrooms. Until he drops in behind Sampayas, that smoke will be so large that he feels uncomfortable maintaining the same position. And Magisk is forced into a fight alone, and he will lose it against Goofy. But Sampayas has been so good around these smokes, but not this time. Not against Goofy.
That smoke was almost inviting that play from Sampayas, and Ence was ready for it. And now the long peak, well constructed, well put together, and Ence controls the map.
And here's a play forward into Glaive, and he waited. He waited around that corner, and Snappy offers up a free kill. It's a fantastic round from Ence. It's the best Counter-Strike we've seen from them yet. And if they can start to win rounds, if they can start to build momentum in this T half, they'll start to fuel the advantage of the crowd. Falcons did a fantastic job at neutralizing that threat in the first map.
Can't keep it down forever. Hades 8-2 to start this map. And he's starting to investigate the A bomb site, so this could be, if he's not going to try and force his way through CT spawn to the B bomb site to backstab, there's some danger in this round for Ence.
Yeah, there's a trap laid. Let's see if they'll come into play. Goofy knows that Snappy's in that corner, and he's waiting for it, but Snappy doesn't care. He peeks up, rips the head off Goofy, and now the in-game leader's coming back in with his dig. In from short, you'll look to boost his teammate up for a better position to look down inside of the site, and you said there's danger in this round, and Madden is making the most of it. Frustrating here for Ence. Goofy thought he had the kill, but Glaive, he needs to line them up, and it's a double before death. And Madden's changed his position up. Heaven Wrap from Sampayas is detected, and we know how good Madden was on map 1. But this round, it's not working too well. He does not have the kit, the utility, or the health. And Madden will retreat away. He will disengage as Ence push forward to 5.
It's a nice round from Falcons, though.
There's that Mag-10 flying around that corner. But this is where the game now gets difficult again for Ence. They're going up against that Falcons economy. It's finally back. They've got enough money to get the AWP out with Sampayas. And 45 seconds left.
That lurk smoke, though, the last time they threw it towards the A bomb site, they ended up there. So it's brought a third defender over, which has weakened this bomb site as well.
It's a great setup. And now they've just got to hit their shots, and Kylar rounds the corner. Lots of damage done. Boris had to step up. He had to get something for his team, and he makes this round doable for Falcons. 3v3. And the retake, it's a question of whether or not they want to go for it. They don't have the most amount of utility in the world. They don't have a kit on any of these surviving players. But if they're quick about this, if they use their haste, they might be able to get back in time. And Ence looking to try and force a post plant. And with that headshot and the follow-up kill from Hades, it's absolutely going to push Ence forward to 6 rounds on the T side.
I'll take back everything I said about, oh boy, a goosh through the corner of the wall. Goofy's out for blood, and he's got Sampayas. That's everything again taken from Falcons. Man, that 12 HP does so much work. work, and it's the utility that sets it up. Gives the MAC-10 just 2 seconds. You're not going to get a kill. It's so desperate at that range with the MAC-10, but look at the distraction it's caused. Both eyes turn towards short. Both eyes turn towards the MAC-10, and allows for some brilliant trading into the bomb site for Ence. This is payback. This is ruthless.
And for the first time, Glaive can get loud. They can actually feel the energy within the team and loosen up. Get confident on this stage, and Diha destroys some bias. And Diha keeps moving in. Second kill. Ence have dismantled this round from Falcons. There's nothing to talk about for the CT side. This is more like it. This is the Polish power people were waiting for. Questions about how he would perform on the stage. The first map was not pretty for anybody, but this first half of Overpass has been a completely different story. And Boris sees the feet of Diha, and because he took earlier damage, that's all the shots needed.
And I think Glaive's has a chance for a nice read here.
Yeah, they've taken their time here, Ence, but it still could fall apart.
Well, I believe in Glaive's mind, he's going to be thinking, oh
my
no,
God, it could completely fall apart. It was looking so good for Ence, but that kill had to happen. It had to come in. And now it's Boris with his chance to prove he's a stage player. It's his chance to show he can step up in the moments that matter most. And he's inside of water. He'll drop down inside of the site. And with the FAMAS, it's not the best gun for it, but Boris lines them up, and it could be a disaster. It could be a nightmare, and it looks like it might be, but Boris still thinks about Monster, and he's looking the wrong way.
Shout out to Goofy, 2 HP. And the movement, the mobility, the reposition. Boris did so much damage. He expected Goofy to be scared. This Overpass pick is looking brilliant from Glaive and Ence.
And the frustration of Sampayas gives the crowd something to celebrate. You're starting to see Ence play with some fluidity. They're moving across the map confidently, but here's Falcons making an information move at the 50-second mark of the round. And Monster Smoke will start to fade away. It's all about this fight now. And Sampayas may have been frustrated last round, but he's going to be even more after that kill. Goofy rounds the corner. Diha does not stop that play, but he gathers information, and that's everything for Ence at this point. And Bank, oh, it's a play forward for Madden, looking to deposit a couple of headshots. He flicks back, and Madden, he's done it again. It's absolutely so impressive that Madden's got to this level.
Yeah, that one's crushing. I'm not sure how they didn't hear him burning in the Molotov as he steps through. Hectic situation. A lot of communication. He's got Magus to contend with out towards Longs, and Pius is up in bathrooms.
Glaive walking in, but Boris from the sandbags. It's a good first kill. He repositions and swings though, and that's often a criticism you can have of him. And he's got to hope his teammates can make up for that mess, and it's not going to happen for Snappy. A 2v2 now set up off the back of those. And is it a 2v2 that Falcons want to compete for?
Remember, the ults are in play, and especially on Sampayas. If Magus goes down, Sampayas ain't going to want to risk the AWP.
Miss nade. Oh, the experience that comes in, and now Hades is watching for it. Magus going around the corner. It's a sick shot from Hades. And obviously, absolutely no chance now for Sampayas, so he gets into the smoke after losing his teammate. He'll disengage. He'll fall back.
Beautiful trading for Ence coming into that. That was a heavy resistance at this bomb site. Boros even getting the first kill. But hunting down the kill on Snappy towards Monster was absolutely brilliant and necessary to bring it into a 2-on-2 as quick as possible.
Doesn't get much easier though. Sampayas looking for the opening fight in mid. He gets blinded and forced away. The shot rings out, and that's information gathered for Ence. And here's the first fight of the round. It's in short water, and it's Diha.
That's a quick transfer down after getting dinked, and with the mid push, with the short kill at B bomb site. Oh, look how they're hustling up long.
Oh my God!
And Madden, this is a great call. Madden's been playing banana this entire time with the AWP. He's not going to expect them to be this close.
And Sampayas doesn't have the weapon for a multi-kill. Surely not. He doesn't have a single kill. Goofy hits that headshot without a problem, and now with a 5v3, Hades' shot sends them to hell. There's absolutely no way that Magisk and Boris can even think about a round like this.
Man, we didn't get to see it at all on Mirage, but now you can see the way this Ence team is geared when they're getting opening kills, how they like to punish the defenses. Oh. Awkward exchange, but all still good. In control of Ence. That bomb's gonna hustle up long.
It's important that they got that information early too. It's sad that Hades dies in that situation for Ence, but at least they pick up the information that Boris was trying to flank, and he's still trying to flank. He might be able to catch him behind him, and Boris blisters his way forward. Diha's taken out. Now he considers the bathroom, and this is a huge play from Boris. 3 kills already, but there's 2 more to still find. And we said it was in control of Ence, but now that could go away. Good information gathered for Glaive, and the experience allows him to fall back and stay composed as Boris, the Butcher, has arrived to this round. But it's Glaive the Dane who brings him down, and 9-3 for Ence. They believe in this comeback. But information now picked up. There's a player inside of top con.
They're coming right back, though. You have to imagine you get control of con, you want to get control of short as well. Here comes the flashbang to set it up. It's going to be Goofy with the dualies.
Fully whited, has to rely on Kylar to step up for him. And Goofy is unblinded just in time. He comes back, slinging his guns. But some Pius with a miraculous triple out of nowhere on that P250. And that has given Falcons every single foothold in this pistol round. Glaive bites back. His former teammate down on the ground. Great recognizes great. And this pistol is on. It would be the first pistol that Ence are able to pick up in this quarterfinal. Falcons have dominated them every single time.
There's a smoke, but there's no kit. But that smoke can apply some pressure. Sunpius, sees someone looking the wrong way. Just gets a little bit of damage.
Yeah, he's a god on these pistols, but not this time. Doesn't secure the double to close it for the ace immediately, so does rely instead on Madden, who is just having a fantastic performance in this quarterfinal. So it's on Hades in the clutch alone, trying to force double figures. They think he's on that defuse, but unfortunately for Ence, he's not. So not enough time to win this. He'll retreat, he'll run away. And Pence, oh my goodness, nice shot, but Ence unfortunately have not won a pistol today.
Continues to be a little bit of a smudge on their gameplay. You're right, all 4 pistols won by Falcons. How does Sunpius get all 3 of these? There's the first. Oh man, he's just destroying all the backup. Easiest triple of his life.
I couldn't believe he gets a 3K there, because it did look like... And Diha is just giving them the shoulder. The cold shoulder is Madden. Swiftly responds through the smoke. It's a spam kill that brings multiple players, unfortunately, now down for Ence. They've got to play in a 3v5, despite doing damage to multiple Falcons players here.
Yeah, that's a huge hiccup from Diha. Swinging after that smoke goes down, you have to know that spam is going to come in, and man, that really slows things down. Oh, MP9 jumping around the corner. Glaive out of ammunition, switches to the pistol, and Sunpius, Hades has arrived at the perfect moment.
3v3, and now they're coming back up into Kylar, and with just pistols put together with MP9s, it looks like it might just be a magic moment for Ence. 23 seconds left if they come back into Hades. Oh, he can start to spam, but he goes for the pre-fire. And that might cost him. If he just sat and hold the angle, perhaps it would be done already, but that has given them a chance back into it. And when you give great players a moment like that, they snatch it, they run with it. And now it's a clutch for Kylar alone up against Madden. And even though they come so close, it isn't that miracle round.
That's rough. What a swing for Ence. They almost got that under control. Must continue. Overpass a map where the AWP can be so impactful. Almost overextended, but backs away. It's Kylar.
Yeah, Kylar holding, but here comes the MAC-10s. And here comes the cavalry running right over his body. Hades trying to get back. Oh, he's just been spotted the knee. Oh, nice shot from Hades. He was under a lot of pressure. He had disadvantage on that roll, but he goes back out again. And Glaive now pushing forward into Madden, but he can wait now. He can hold angles on this update. And it's going to be a headshot. Glaive removed, and Falcons once again up a player.
Smart move from Madden to be so aggressive, taking control of long.
And down to that B bomb site. And because the angle of Hades is not deep, he's not gathering that information, Ence won't have the early warning system. Instead, it is Diha down on B, spotting out this attack, swinging into the open, and going down without a single kill. Ence have no other option. It has to be the save call.
Again, Madden just having so much impact. Just the one kill he gets in this round on Glaive puts so much pressure on the defense. Beautiful shot to keep the op in hand, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day. He's lounging a little bit. He's taking a moment to look and rifle through what minimal playbook that Ence has built up at this moment. Thinks he can talk to them and get them on the same page.
And make this hold look a bit more convincing for Ence.
Goofy's going to get blind, so D has to play anti-flash, and he'll have to turn very, very quick. A follow-up smoke. That's not going to delay things.
They've got to go through it. And here Falcons come, and they do not get through. They do not break through Goofy. And they've got to reset. Falcons have to come in from a different avenue. And they found short. They might find this as sanctuary for the moment, but they've got to now deal with that adjustment in the defense yet again for Ence. It lands at the feet of Madden. He'll hold position behind the sandbags, waiting on his in-game leader of Snappy to come and join him. It will be the last-ditch effort. It's the only option they've got to hit this B-bomb site. Ence are defending it with everything they've got, though, and Snappy is toppled. It's double figures for Ence.
They needed it. Their first win of the second half. 2 players at the site. That's Goofy and Glaive.
Flashes up, Diha steps up, and he'll start spamming down, but this will not work this time. Goofy, he's found one, but they slip by the bridge, and oh, he turns back, a big headshot, but it's kept Ence in it for now. It's still not a favorable position, and Falcons are into the B-bomb side. It's gotta be a retake if Ence want to go for this, but what a shot from Hades. That's some bias down. Talk about a big game moment. This could be one of them. Looking to push it to 11 rounds as Hades is pulling distraction.
See it?
He wants to allow Kylar to come on in, and perhaps he did catch a glimpse of Snappy. The eye of the Falcon turns short. It's Kylar gone, and Hades with a bone to pick. He'll make his way into the clutch, a missed shot, and now up in the open. Oh, he's hit a quick one, and he's going back below. But he can't compose himself for that flick down into the water. Once he hops up, Jason, it just looks so unlikely.
Yeah, this time you could see similar defense, but not stopped in the blind spam into the smoke. Sunpius is just a distraction. And this time there's an open line of sight, no smoke in Monster.
This time Diha has a better position to play rush. Back to the barrels, double from Diha, and the nade will send him out of the round. His work has been felt. Can his team now close on his promise? Magis has to pick that bomb up, and he does exactly that. He predicts the movement. He knows what Goofy's likely up to. The barrels play still works out, and Sunpius is left alone. 35 seconds, no bomb in his hand.
This time delivers a double, and Ence is barely hanging on. And just crawling closer to the finish line. It's 11-9. A 2-round lead, and now they've been able to show that they can stop those B hits.
And they're not doing it in the most beautiful of fashions, but it is effective, bludgeoning their way through.
And Falcons gonna have a decision to make. They've attacked different points on the map at different times. They've had success at both, and they've struggled with both.
They've got to get back to this B-bomb site in time. Oh. Boros, that's a beefy nade, lands right at his feet. And the pack of Falcons swooping into this B-bomb site. Glaive from heaven, it's nothing. And Goofy is still in the water. He has galvanized his team to this point, but it's just a single kill. Hades from heaven rings true through the smoke, and it's still a 3v3, but with that kill from Diha, that set up Ence in pole position for this retake. Sunpius has received a lot of damage, and Hades once again wins that head-to-head duel. It's now just Snappy, and that in-game leader sits poised in the corner. He knows there's going to be a peak eventually, and here they come around the corner. First for Snappy, but he's under pressure, and Ence have battled their way through to map point on Overpass.
12-9, an exceptional retake, but Hades again the impact. Way too many targets for him with the ult to just pick off before it begins. And a third timeout taken by Falcons. Heading into what could be the final round. The final gasp, the final chance to fight back on Overpass.
Perhaps a different finish for the Falcons.
I don't mind this though. They've seen throughout this half, they haven't really had a whole lot of people trying to stop them from taking long. They're up quick with nades, with weapons. Oh, Hades gets back quick.
Yeah, he does. as he's running back into position. And he knows there's a player tucked in that corner. Second shot for Hades. Boris is brought down. And it's 2 steps closer to map 3. The heart of Hades, the heart of Ence. And he's got another. Hades sits atop the throne of bones. And map 3 is surely here now. Sampayas on the other side. How poetic would it be for Hades to knock him on his back to tie up this series? He's got the angle. Sampayas encroaches closer, ever closer. But Hades has done it. We are through to map 3. Ence have life in this series.
Here on Nuke, dualies on Kyler and fast-paced outside for Falcons.
They have just been so good on pistol rounds today. Unstoppable, unrelenting, but this time it is Hades who has become the heart of Ence, who opens up with the first kill with the pistol, and the second is even better. This is more like it from Ence. The first round of Nuke is looking fantastic. And Poland loved that one. It's just Magisk left this time. And it's gotta feel rough for Falcons. They've been on the receiving end this time.
Finally a pistol round for Ence. Finally they get a start in the lead. And that is just dominance. Hades picking up right where he left off.
Hades is going to dive down into main. And Sampayas is the man at the front of the pack, and he's got the bomb on his back.
Yeah, I don't know, he might have been spotted. Big fight for Hades to win, but he's caught in the open. A double peek. D-Hawk get nothing done. Even when you add Goofy into the equation, it changes nothing.
And Kylar and Glaive now a 2v3. It's going to be the sprint down the lower bomb site for Falcons. Glaive is trying to get there before them. He might even get there before them. Glaive is now holding this angle, and Sampayas gets no step closer. Glaive is looking to give Ence the perfect start to take out this gun round, and Magisk is below him. Oh, he's below him. Will Glaive detect him? He's starting to read it, and oh, Magisk flicks on up. Despite Glaive having the up on him, Magisk still stays in that position. And Kylar descends down the ladder, now detected and double peeked. Magisk comes in, and it will be Falcons to collect their first gun round.
I'll tell you what, Glaive's trying to use the roar of the crowd to give him a little bit of information. He thought Magisk was going to be behind that smoke. His aim got pulled away. Glaive gets a little bit fooled in that situation, but good trading outside. The follow-up peeks from Ence can get absolutely nothing done. And it's good to see Sampayas having a couple of impactful kills here in that round, because he had a real tough time on Overpass. We saw frustration, we saw anger.
Snappy's going to hear that re-smoke coming out. Ence delaying with their final pieces of utility.
And this, I mean, all the upper defenders are going to be on notice because there's nobody outside.
And look at the setup designed to deal with this. Goofy has to drop off. Here's Kylar for man, a double kill swiftly, removing the lives of Boris. And Magisk and Goofy's peeking out behind him. He stops that Ventai, but the ball makes it down. And Madden collects it, but there's no hope in hell for this one. It's a 1v5, and they've already made the rotation. Ence already have this round. Madden's gonna put that bomb, at least fake plant it. It's a good headshot on Clay, but he hears the stomp of the players arriving down the vents. And surely do not let this one slip. He's coming back into position, and finally, from one of the angles that Ence have taken up, they will secure the round that ties up the game again.
And Glaive's pressure, even though he goes down, prevents Madden from getting that bomb plant, prevents extra money from flowing into the pockets of Falcons. But that's going to start chipping away at the money. 5 AKs on board. Falcons just execute a little bit early before that smoke plumes, and Kyler's able to take advantage.
And the time is starting to dwindle.
If Hades tries to get into the upper bomb site, he just climbed the ladder, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Madden's looking at it, and Hades doesn't overextend just yet, but that's the fight that means the most. That's the bomb, and it isn't the double. Madden does catch Hades unaware. So confused as to how Madden is that deep inside of the A bomb site, but it's a golden ticket now for Snappy as he puts that bomb down and looks to close in this 3v2. And Sampayas hasn't moved from his earlier fight versus D-Ha. He's still in position. He's still in the flank. And they peek out to check him. They detect him looking the wrong way. And that was the retreating maneuver from Glaive. But with that kill, perhaps they have eyes on the prize yet again.
They have a kit, they have a smoke. They need to get past Madden and Snappy.
It comes down to timing. Madden looks up. He's blinded. He looks back into it, but it doesn't even matter. He's blinded. blinded, but he still will break them. Madden is having a masterclass inside of the spot deck.
It's so crazy. Like, I don't even think you should be that confused when the upper bomb site is devoid of defense for that long. But that's just a time bomb, isn't it? Madden sitting inside the site like this.
Oh, look at this. He even gets called for the flash when he turns back into it, but...
And this is the disorganization you can get into on Nuke. When your defense starts having to move as a new team, it's going to be one of the more difficult maps to get everyone on the same page of how rotations work, where you rotate to. Or is that going to create the gaps? And Ence is the first team to fall prey to it.
Madden lines them up, shuts them down, and now opens up that A-bomb site. He's going to sprint through. He's got space to play with. He was made for this stage. Boris looks up towards heaven. It's Glaive that overextends, and Ence will now fall at the hands of a at least swift cleave from Falcons. Hades comes up through secret. Boros is holding for that exact maneuver. And it's 5 alive for Falcons.
And it gives Glaive a chance to get aggressive from ramp room if he wants to. On a timing, he can push.
Running in towards Kylar. It's a long and labored spray, but he eventually brings down his opponent with a sidearm. But Boris once again cuts through Dihat towards outside. And Boris, being in this position, just starts to ask so many questions for Ence. Where could you have lost map control? Where could they be? And Glaive just doesn't know the answers.
There's something that Falcons saw where they want to attack this. They're being so aggressive and so disrespectful getting into that big garage. And that's going to force Ence's hands. And that gives Snappy a lot of things to play with. Now that you're having success outside, you can kind of predict that Ence is going to have to change things up, bring an extra body there, and that's where ramp hits are more effective. That's where upper busts are more effective. Ence are reeling in this third map.
D has invested the most. Everybody else with upgraded pistols with some residual cash left over. Madden again is the reckoning with a double on the drop. And eyes towards CT. It's Glaive inside of hell. Glaive will fall upon his peak. Hades gathers one on the CZ. And Diha has to step up from secret, but he is silenced immediately by Boros. Hades now in the lobby, and it's Falcons up to 7.
Final round of the first half, and Sunpius is feeling good. He's dropped down to the P90. You have to imagine that's going to mean an upper rush.
And it is, in fact, that upper rush. The P90 swings out in the spot deck, and it's down, it's out. And this looks like a 4th round for Ence. Just Snappy left. And it's a classic call from Snappy. He loves to throw them in. And the first time you see the full upper bust to close the half, it gets stopped by the Ence wall.
And it's a good call, too, with how much conditioning they've done to this Ence defense to expect something outside. Unfortunately, Ence gonna have a big hole to climb out of in the second half. Snappy goes down last. It's 8-4 in the favor of Falcons. Elimination on the lines. The semifinals await, and we find out who goes through in the second half. Now you can take your time, and at this point as well, you know there's likely to be a second player. You're expecting the resistance.
You're primed for it, but are you able to deal with it? It's the question. Sunpius taken down low, but he still stands tall with one at least. And Boros, oh, he's in the darkness, shrouded by it with one headshot still connected. There's no room to plant just yet, and Madden has made no secret about his position coming through the decontamination door. That kill has opened things up. It's allowed a new access point, but they fly up the ladder, and Falcons are back in position just in time.
Yeah, but Magisk has moved outside, so he's not going to see them drop in. They're still not sure where the finishing play is going to be. Madden went back downstairs just, to be honest, at both bomb sites. And Magisk is trying to win this by positioning.
How long is Kylar going to look at this? How long is Kylar going to consider the flank of Magisk? Coming around the corner, it's going to be the headshot for Kylar. And just Madden. And we know how insane he's been already in this quarterfinal. But this is a step too far. This is not going to be happening for him. My God, Madden! That is just broken Ence apart. That is just one of those moments you cannot get back.
Oh, you can't recover from that. that has quieted down the whole arena. That is an unlosable round.
That is just, oh my, sucking the life out of the team. How has he done that?
An absolute miracle in the quarterfinals. Madden in this series has been so spectacular.
Snappy coming up through secret stairs. He's about to have an early fight versus Diha, and he's got it. That's Diha down. And Ence will have to suffer the rest of this round. 4 players versus 5. They're attempting to trade. They're attempting to split. They overwhelm Madden this time around. Snappy is taken out of play by Hades. This could be a great answer back for Ence after having an absolute nightmare in the previous to come back swinging into this. But it has to be Goofy, and he's done it! Goofy! A great headshot up to heaven, and that gets them back into this. That brings life back into Ence.
What a rebuttal. Goofy steps up again just like he did on Overpass with an important clutch there. 1v2, and he nails the shots.
Diha pushes behind those outside smokes, and he's not making any... Well, he should have probably shifted for a little longer because these pistols come out swinging again. Ence are broken surely this time. Hades and Kylar left in a 2v5. No, 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 Ence. Not like this. They dug so deep to find a way back into it again, and it is snatched so cruelly from their hands. Hades considers the push to the T-roof. Kylar's going to clear it. That's Madden gone at least, but they need much more. 4 more, in fact, and a minute to do it.
It's still possible. He's buying time for Kylar to rotate through the upper bomb site.
Oh, his timing here on the peak. He does just get behind Red before that peek from Snappy comes on through. And look at that, Magisk inside of the vent. It's very sneaky, and he's caught a glimpse of his opponent moving towards main. And an important fight for Hades has been collected. Magisk finally breaks open that vent, breaks open Kylar, and they're about to break Ence here on the spot deck. Hades has to clutch this, and Boros brings him down. Pistols are their bane in this moment, Jason, and it just isn't looking good for them.
They're more than happy to exchange blows 1 for 1 as they get closer to a quarterfinal victory.
Yeah, they don't have the playbook to go back into. They don't have a deep one to find the answers, and it looks so easy for them at the start of this round. Diha looked like he had safe passage to secret.
Little bit of utility. Glaive is going to throw an outside smoke to help his teammate. Meanwhile, they creep closer to ramp. Boros is going to have a chance for impact.
Snappy pushes outside. Diha has to sink this one. Eventually he does it. Boros holds. Okay, can't get around the corner without hitting a dig. And Sapias has come to clean them up. It looked like they had found their way through, and perhaps they still have, because Glaive has suddenly found himself in a clutch up against the greatest that Spain has ever had.
Yeah, well, you got 4 major trophies on the other side of that. And in this situation, I think Glaive is someone you'd want in this 1v1.
Yeah, he has to get that bomb back, and Sapias is starting to consider multiple different positions because he has no idea where Glaive is coming from. Absolutely no idea, but he's about to find out. He's about to have a look, and Sapias hears the noise of the crowd, and now he knows exactly where his next target is, his only target. And he peeks on out, composed as ever. It's Sapias stepping up and cleaning up. He might have just done it for Ence. He might have broken them. Well, they fought hard in every single round despite the weapons that they have. So Ence coming back into it again. Tech9s, their last stand. Ence sprint out through the doors. Goofy running with it. Tech9 rounds that corner. But there's no follow-up yet until this point. Kylar assassinates Madden towards the back of the bomb site. And suddenly now there is a chance. But Boros got the flank. He's got this play in. He's created that space, and he pulls out the sidearm. And despite Ence getting into the bomb site, they do not find the plant. And Diha is put in a clutch again. This time a 1v3.
He's got room, no one downstairs. He's got space, he doesn't realize it yet. But at some point, you just have to plant the bomb and hope nobody peeks and go from there.
Ence battled hard to be the first Polish team in 8 years to make it here to the spot deck. They don't want to go out like this, so Diha has moved into position to assassinate Boros and collect an MP9, but they know now where he's gone. And this now flips the chances increasingly in the favor of Falcons because it wasn't the weapon Diha wanted. It's only the little sidearm. And that defuse is being stuck all the way, and Diha gets him off it. The Tech-9 gets another, and this time Snappy's going for it. Diha, oh, he's got it. He's forced Snappy away. He's absolutely got it. And Diha, the hunter, the hometown hunter, slays a Falcon.
11-6, Diha keeps him alive for the moment. How close are these rounds? The heroics from both sides.
I can't believe Diha is able to pick it up on the Tech-9.
It's brilliantly played. It's brilliantly played the way he lures them out. Falcon's not sure which side of ramp room he's gonna peek. And yeah, they've got a lead. Yeah, they're 2 rounds away from the semifinal, but every round is stressful for Falcons. Round 19.
Look what it's done to the Falcons.
Yeah, but as we've seen, every round is dangerous. Kyler's going to deliver a knockout punch. This is a play they loved running in the group stage. And it's netted them some openings again. Kyler with a triple kill.
And here comes Glaive, but he's Zeused away. He's blasted by the electricity that Snappy has at the tip of his fingers. But he's going to need a lot more than that, and Kyler just isn't going to let it happen. Smiles creep on to the faces of Ence, and who would have believed it just a few rounds ago? It's information now for Falcons as well, where the trajectory of that Molotov was intended for, but it doesn't remove the position of Magisk, who drops down into the back of the site. Falcons up 2 players. 30 seconds left to make this final adjustment for Ence.
It's toast.
And it's not done yet, Jason. Hades hits the shot inside of the site. Madden's gone, but 20 seconds. Yeah, now we're starting to run out of time. That bomb, oh, at the back of the pack. It is absolutely floundered at this point for Ence. Even if they hit the headshots required, they wouldn't have made it down in time.
Hades has just gone for a little stroll through the upper bomb site. Magisk never saw him on top of the hut, so we're going to save that AWP, but there's no strength in that hit. Ence did everything right. As weak a defense as you could have wanted at the upper bomb site, and they can't make their way in. Little bit of pressure applied out squeak door.
Here comes the utility. The final movements perhaps for Ence. They don't want it to be, but it could be the reality of the situation. But Diha and Hades sniping 2 kills back into play. And Magisk once again pulled into the fray. He's got a position up on top, but Hades considers it. You can't play that position twice. You don't get away with it. And Boris rotates down to the ramp, spots them coming out. It's only 1 kill. And Snappy's left a 1v3 ahead of him. And he's so far away from this, so he's saving into a spawn. And Ence do not die. Not yet. They've still got some life left in them.
Falcon's gonna buy right back into it. They've got cash, they've got money.
I mean, Hades does everything to keep them in this, doesn't he? Great shot out towards the door, considers Magisk being up on top again. And frustration for Boros as he just wants to finish it now. So the outside smoke's deployed. They can activate Diha. Oh, big shot again. Hades is the key to unlock these rounds time and time again for Ence. Magisk though with the deagle. We've seen him do ridiculous things with it in the past.
Look how much they respect it.
They respect it, and that's going to funnel them back into the A play. And Madden's waiting for them. Zeus in hand, Snappy in the vents. Tobias looks away, and Snappy just got out of position.
Well, they're working their way in right now. Snappy's trying to bide his time, pick a moment. I think he's waiting for this Zeus from Madden to do something to it. Goofy goes down. Zeus can't get close enough, and it all turns up Ence. Double digits. No quit in this team, and it's 12-10. Hades one more time opens it up. This ult has been so good, and now Kyler punishes the follow-up push. Ence is in control. It's a 5-on-3.
Snappy gets inside of the smoke. Diha slips in towards main. Snappy's looking for him. Diha not looking the right way. Can't deal with it. Is down. A 4v3 off the back of that, so maybe still a chance. And Magisk can step up here for the Falcons.
It's the ult though. It's Hades, ready and waiting, sees the utility, wants the follow-up peek. He's gonna try and timing shot. He's got defense, and Goofy's gonna step forward. And so Boros, a double from heaven. and it's brought right back into a 2-on-2.
Just as you think Ence are ahead, there's a moment again that pulls the Falcons back into it. But the timing, look at this, Clear slips underneath, and he's got it! The battle of the in-game leaders. The headshot on the flick up, and Boras cannot compete. He cannot compete at all. Ence have drawn us to the brink.
It's overtime or a Falcons victory, crushing the Dreams 12-11. One final round to decide it all.
It looked like Ence were out of it. It looked like they were done, but their absolute god has arrived.
It felt like they were done. It felt like they were going to collapse. It felt like it was just way too much to handle. For a new team, a young team, the team that we came into saying it was inexperienced, but they're looking like heavy veterans today. Sunpius with that saved AWP. Oh, Hades. Don't give him a second look, but Sunpius is downstairs with an op ready to go.
Yeah, Sunpius is ready to strike, and he'll strike true. You mentioned that op being everything if Falcons are to stay in this game. And Sunpius has made it work for that first kill at least.
He's made him pay the tax, and now that you're downstairs with numbers, with bodies, where do you go? You use so many smokes to cross to this point, you have none left.
But they've got to do it from a 4v5. They're gonna walk their way down past those double doors. 25 seconds. The final swing of those double doors is open. Sunpius ready to strike. He can drop behind cover, but it's a missed shot from Sunpius, but he goes back again. And Falcons are bringing them to the end of this road. It was such a romantic story, but I think we're about to get a dose of reality. Kylar comes down the stairway, but no time at all. The time runs out, and that is it. It is Falcons who will progress to the semifinals over Ence. They give the Poles something to shout about. They come back after 8 years. The first Polish team to make it into the playoffs in the Spodek. The first Polish team to give any sort of hope. And this is a new team. This is a team for the future. And what we've seen so far gives us hope and dreams of a Polish Counter-Strike in CS2.
An impressive performance, but it's the experience of Falcons that got better, that got stronger as this series went on, that got stronger as this tournament has gone on. Falcons is going to be in the semifinals, but Ence showed some real grit today, some real heart in front of this crowd. Could have crumbled, could have fallen apart, and everyone fought back. That dream of playing on the stage as they shake hands. And a tough loss. We'll see Falcons take on Spirit tomorrow.
It was beautiful to watch them walk out there, but now the tournament will rage on without Ence. And it will have the greatest coach of all time that knows how to win on the stage in the Spodek. Perhaps he and his squad will be the ones to finally humble Doc.
In Falcons, they have some real things to work on as Ence takes center stage. A final tribute to the crowd that powered them all the way through 3 maps.
And I mean, the first map did not look like it was going to be a competitive series. Ence dug deep. They found a way back, and they made this a series to remember. They made this a match